I just thought I'd visit with you for a few minutes. It's Friday night, and I got my, let's see, what is it called here? My Social Security statement in the mail. What? What a joke. You gotta wonder. Yeah, whatever. It says your payment would be about $25.50 a month for 35 years. $25.50 a month for 35 years. And they call that retirement. Now you know why I'm passionate about the fact that the Social Security, they talk about insurance being a scam, and look, this is a scam, okay? This is my Social Security rant. I'm looking at these numbers here by my contribution, my employer's contribution. Much of this has been 1099 that I had to pay in, and as a 1099 employee or a 1099 employee, you're usually paying both sides of Social Security. So we paid into this stuff, right? And literally, $2,600 a month, $3,000 a month, whatever it is. I mean, technically speaking, plus you can't. I don't have my glasses on right now, but technically speaking, you can't even draw on this stuff now until when? Let's see. Those of you who are well, at age 62, I guess you can start drawing on that stuff. And then, if you hold up to age 65 and you avoid the Medicare penalty, you get a little bit more, right? Scary stuff. I mean, again, we've worked all our lives for this stuff. This is why I'm so adamant about our industry and our business, is that, look, guys and gals, here's the bottom line. And I don't have a whole lot of time to go on this rant, but really, I've got a team call I host here in about 30 minutes, but I just had to share this with you. I mean, it's like, I'm looking at this thing, and I get these things occasionally, but what a scam. I mean, we'll be lucky if it's around when we get that. You may be around, but I don't know that I'll be around or the Social Security will be around when I'm eligible to receive it, because I know it's a shock to some of you out there, but I'm not eligible to receive it yet. So anyway, look, here's the bottom line: is that for $3,000 a month, that's 3 or 4 applications a month. And if you're passionate about this business that we do of going out and protecting families and protecting futures and making sure dreams and goals of our children and our spouses are still intact when the major breadwinner or either one of the breadwinners pass, then you know that what we do matters. And if you haven't been on this channel before, hey, listen, I just want to say thank you for being here. We talk about all things financial services, but really, and there's a lot of videos out there that are on this channel that will kind of walk you through how we get paid. In fact, I'm right in the middle of a series right now on how we get paid, the 3 types of income that we're able to make in this industry. And I talk about the IMOs and the ones that are all recruit, don't get those things out of order. All of those things are my playlist. Search the channel. And you should be able to get enough content or enough of my rants to really be able to ask, but if you have the right questions to make sure you're signing up to the right person. But look, it's a great time to be looking at this industry. I talked to somebody yesterday, goes, "Well, Steve, how's this COVID thing really affecting your business?" Because I've been out of work for 6 to 9 weeks or whatever it is, and casinos or whatever. Our business has exploded. Our numbers have never been this good in a long time, and our lead flow's up 3 times. So there's nothing like a pandemic to put the fear in people and create that event. Life insurance is an event-based business, and there's no better event to put the fear in people's minds that they don't really control their mortality than a pandemic. So this is, I hate to say this, but our business will be on the upswing for several years as a result, because the media is not going to let go of this thing. So we're going to be this new normal for a while, whether you like it or not. And so it'll be evident that people need to get life insurance. But so anyway, thank you for coming to the channel. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. Give me that thumbs up because as you've heard me say, I'm really trying to get a lot of thumbs up. if you want to leave a thumbs down, leave a thumbs down. If you see no value in the content, keep checking back. Maybe I'll hit a chord in you someday. I know some people just have to be negative and feel that for some reason it makes their day. But whatever, thumbs up, thumbs down, do something, engage. I appreciate the thumbs up. And look, hey, listen, if you don't get any content in, I totally understand. If you don't get any good content and you want to leave a thumbs down, that's fine too. Appreciate the engagement. That's the point. Don't be a fly on the wall. You're welcome here. Appreciate you being here. I'm trying to cover as much as I possibly can about this industry so you can make an educated decision before one of these recruiters get a hold of you. And I'm guessing that those are the people that really want to make those kind of comments or leave those thumbs downs. They know I'm talking the truth. Okay, this whole recruit people before you're even licensed, when you can't even override the production, it's all about the upline. It's not about you because you can't make any money on them anyways. You can't make any overrides unless you're licensed. So if you're talking to a recruiter, here's a way to tell a recruiter. If they start talking about recruiting in the same conversation they're talking about actually signing you up, there's your sign, right? Because you haven't even sold the insurance. Look, we're in the insurance business. You know, until somebody sells some insurance, no one makes any money. So we're going to talk about that kind of stuff. But let's get back to my Social Security thought process. You know, I worked my butt off, you know, to be certain that, you know, when I did retire, I was not worried about dying before my retirement funds ran out. So so I died broke, and my family had to put my funeral on a credit card. That's what got me involved in this business initially. Was I really saw the benefit of the residual income, and that's my next video in that series of the 3 types of income that we earn here in mortgage section and final expense. But my point before was, if you're looking around and you don't know where you're at, or if you're not sure you're with an MLM or network marketing or all recruiting, no money kind of IMO, I got a sheet that I'm going to give you at the end of this video that will help you make that decision, give you the right questions to ask. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But here are some facts to consider, and I get them right off this sheet here, this Social Security sheet, and this is a quote. There's one more thing you should remember as you crunch the numbers. This is a quote right off this. Well, I threw it away. Right off that Social Security thing. There is one more thing you should remember as you crunch the numbers for your retirement. You may need your income to be sufficient for a long time because people are living longer than ever generally. And generally speaking, women tend to live longer than men, right? The typical 65-year-old today will live to 83. 1 in 4 65-year-olds will live to age 90. And 1 in 10 65-year-olds will live to age 95. Those are the facts right off that sheet. Okay, people are living longer, but they're living sicker, right? And that's why living benefits versus life insurance is so important, because life insurance will do you no good if you have a heart attack or stroke and you don't die, because you can't collect, and neither can your spouse, right? So how are you going to pay your medical bills? How are you going to pay for your treatments, your prescription drugs, all that stuff? Because medical bills today is very, very expensive, and if you can't draw on that life insurance policy and you're not dead and you can't work and you got a total loss of income, how are you going to survive? That's why medical bankruptcies were number 1 the last 5 years. Here's some more facts. The average American saves less than anyone in the world. On average, 4.8% of our disposable income compared to 10.17% worldwide. We're the worst, right? Most Americans retire in poverty. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 87% of Americans 65 or older are living on a meager income of less than $10,000 a year. 46% on less than $5,000. Are you hearing these numbers? We're talking about $5,000 a year. Our agents make that in a week. And here's the thing, there's no calluses on my hands, right? This is not, it's work because we put an effort into it and we get paid for doing it. But I ain't got a shovel in my hand, I'm not turning wrenches. I get in my car, I drive out, and I sit down with a family in their home, kneecap to kneecap, face to face over their kitchen table. You can do that as long as you can walk, right? And that's probably even ridiculous to say. Even in a wheelchair, if you weren't able to walk, you get yourself to that house, you can write 5 applications a week. 5 applications a week on average, with a decent contract rate just starting out, you're looking at $3,000 to $5,000 a week. 46% are living on less than $5,000 a year. With the average sale in the mortgage section being $1,000, that's 5 to 7 applications that you and I would need to do the entire year to match what they worked on their entire lives to retire to an income that you and I can do in a day, a week, right? And be building residual income and have a consistent income in our retirement that we are not worried will end before we die, so we die broke. You know, in the financial expense business, we deal with this all the time, where we go out to people's homes and they've worked their entire lives, right? And they've now lived to 95. They've outlived their retirement. They don't have $10 in the bank, and they're worried about their funeral expenses falling on their family. That's why we sell final expense, $5, $10, $15, $20,000 whole life policies, so that the funeral doesn't fall on their kids' shoulders or their credit cards, to be more exact. That's a tremendous thought process, that you've lived your entire life and you're worried about dying broke. That's why you do this business, is that you can create an income that you own, not rent, and all the work you put in the last 30 years doesn't come down to a sinking Social Security, payment that may or may not be here when you and I qualify to receive Social Security. It could be a bankrupt system. That's the other thing. You talk about a network marketing, multi-level marketing kind of pyramid deal. That's what that is, because that document talks about that when Social Security was originally created, they figured 30 working Americans to every one retiree. That's how the 30 working Americans paid for that one retiree's Social Security check. That's how they were funding the program. Well, now it's down to 3 to 1. 3 working Americans, one retiree, and it's bankrupting itself. That's why, right? Crazy stuff. What you have done so that you are not, the question I have for you today, let me back up for a second, is what are you doing? What have you done so that you're not one of these same sad statistics? I'm quoting these statistics not to scare you, but to point out that most Americans are making some serious financial mistakes. Right? They're working that job 9 to 5 every single day in an income that can be taken away from them at any moment, as we've seen. I mean, who would have thought that the entire country would shut down for 9 weeks, and people were told by the federal government to shut and close your businesses, your churches? It's crazy, but it happened. And those people were scared to death. That's why we have food lines. People that never thought they'd be in the food lines ever are now driving their cars into food lines and getting handouts to feed themselves and their families, because their job was taken not away from them, not because of a bad economy, not because of a depression, although that's where it's heading, right? But because of a virus. Their income ceases to exist. Crazy. Remember, the thousands of individuals who make up those statistics didn't think it could happen to them either, and you and I didn't think about this 3 months ago, right? They were all raised just like you and I. Look, my mom told me all my life, son, get a good job with great benefits. And I lost my mom 2 years ago. Many of you know that. But in all honesty, that was, in all due respect to my mom, I love her dearly and miss her greatly, that was garbage advice. That, she was told that back, when, she was raised poor, went through the Great Depression, and that's from the basis that she was coming from, back in the industrial age. And I rejected that from the moment that she told me, and kept telling me every time that I was struggling to get started in the insurance business, that, honey, why don't you just get a job she worked in a hospital, in the answering service, and she wanted me to start out in the laundry room because it paid good money, or according to her, and it came with great benefits. And I rejected that. I want nothing to do with punching a clock and trading dollars for hours, or hours for dollars, excuse me, right? Because sooner or later you run out of hours that you can trade for dollars, and if you can't make ends meet with the only hours you have in the course of a day that you're gonna sell your hours for a paycheck, what are you gonna do then? I wanted to be able to create something, an income that what I did today, I'm getting paid on 5 years from now, right? It was residual based and passive based, so that someday when I couldn't work, didn't want to work, and had to take care of a family, whatever, or just wanted to enjoy my life, that I built my business, and it's an income that can't be taken away from me, which is why I'm in the insurance business. My money doesn't come from the IMOs. It doesn't come from my upline or whatever it is if you're in one of those network marketing deals. And if it does, you better quit, because there are some people out there or some companies out there that do take the money from the Mutual Omahas and Transamerica. They turn around and pay you. And I would run from an IMO that pays you. I want my money coming from Mutual Omaha, Transamerica, all A-rated billion-dollar carriers that are going to be around for a while. There's no guarantees that an IMO is going to stay in business. There just isn't. It's a business, a private business, private entity. It can be bought out, sold, merged, whatever. I want my money coming from the insurance carriers that are regulated by the federal government. This is the most highly regulated business on the planet, so that's where I want my money coming from, because I'm all in. I don't have a plan B if something happened to my money. And if the IMO is paying you, you're likely giving up the residuals. And that's why we're in this business. Look, no one intends to let his or her goals of security and financial freedom slide. It just happens. Most people make the same basic financial mistakes over and over again. And here they are: lack of planning, lack of knowledge, and procrastination. I mean, procrastination is huge, even with agents that are currently in this business that we talk to all the time. Stop procrastinating. Take action. Put one foot in front of the other. And have a plan and follow that plan and work with somebody that has proven experience and a time-tested and proven system to teach you the skills necessary to succeed in this business. I am not talking about a guy that wants to sign you up or a girl that wants to sign you up. I'm talking about somebody that has 30 years experience or thereabouts that has a system that you can plug into, that they'll be there before, during, and after the sale to talk to you and get you ready for the sale, get you ready for your appointments. You can call from the house. They'll help you get the business from submission to commission, and teach you these tips and success tips that are necessary to work and succeed in this industry. That's a person that deserves overrides and deserves to benefit from teaching you something. Just like my mentor, he didn't sign me up, hand me a stinking book and say, "Here it is, son, read this, and God bless you." That's what, and he wasn't teaching from a book knowledge. He was teaching from 30 years of experience with the New England life insurance company. Here's the thing: you got to be hungry. You can tell by someone's lifestyle if he or she is hungry or not. They work longer and harder. They research and do their due diligence on each case before running the appointment. I don't believe in going in the appointments blind. I want to work what I call a know before you go system. I want to be able to ask the questions on the front end. Work the case with my mentor. Go out in there into the home with a worksheet and a plan of action. Show them I've done my due diligence and I've spent time on their case. I'm not in the house for 3-4 hours with a laptop or an iPad trying to bang it out on my computer with no idea what I'm doing because I'm brand new. Our whole system is designed to be against that mentality. We want them to, the agents to know their product, to know the industry, to research the competition, and show up with confidence, right? Show up with confidence and speak from a position of authority, because you want to be the smartest person in the room. Now, you don't need to know the products, all the products that we sell. You need to know the products that you're selling that night, and if you can't answer somebody, you need to have someone you can get on the phone, right? Look, life can be so negative. Here's my other point in this video. We decided here, Angela and I, to turn off the 24/7 news. Protect your mind. Those 6 inches between your 2 ears is everything. And years ago, I remember when we only had nightly news, 6 and 11. That's it. This 24/7, it's not news. It's a talk show, and it's all negative, and it just makes you angry and negative about this world. Turn it off. It's not going to do you any good in this career. Spend time helping people, right? Reaching out to people. Be positive and be moving in a positive direction. Nothing on that TV set is positive, I can promise you that, because they can't sell it, right? I believe that every time you get knocked on your back, and you will need to remember, if you can look up, you can get up. Just go do it, right? Get up because you're hungry. Go make something of yourself and of your life. If you don't have a family, live your best life for yourself. Right? If you have a family, you already have a responsibility to live your best life and provide for them, and making sure that you're leaving something behind for them that you built. You got to develop yourself and believe in your worth. Look, When your sense of self-worth grows, so does your income. That's a fact. Understand growth through adversity. Embrace it. I was joking with an agent today. I said, well, are you prepared for the winds of resistance? Because if you're going to, the winds of resistance come to us all, and they come to us when we're on the right path because they want to knock us off the path. And most of you quit right there and lay down. You've heard me talk about this ant story before. You can't stop a marching ant heading in the right direction. You can drop all these bombs along the way, and they'll go right around. That's the kind of way you have to approach this business and anything in life if you want to be a success, right? Show up for the trainings if your team has them. Be hungry for the information. Be hungry to exceed. Look, when you're chasing your dreams, you'll encounter plenty of problems. Don't beat yourself up. Too many people I talk to every single day do that. I spend most of my time not teaching the insurance business, but trying to get people to believe in themselves and to believe in this industry, to trust the process, to master the mundane, right? To understand it's a law of large numbers. You're not going to get them all. You're going to lose some. And that's okay. It's a multiple six-figure income, right? If you're batting, 50%. If you're batting 30%, it's multiple six figures. You don't need 100%. You just need someone that can teach you. Growing, through adversity means that you're never going to be the same again. You're going to be better, right? I was speaking to an agent yesterday who called me, and we were talking about the two types of people you see in this world. One, the ones that have been handed everything in life and won't work for nothing. Right? And believe me, the government owes them something, right? And they just do the minimum amount of activity every single day to be able to eat and make their car payments. Then you have the ones that work at and there's very little you can do with those kind of folks, right? Because they have no plan, they have no goals, they have no drive, right? They're just taking what life gives them, right? And it's very difficult to change something like that because they have to have the desire and the need to get out of that situation. You heard me say it before, right? Until the pain of being in the same place is greater than the pain of changing to get out of that place, nothing is ever going to happen to that individual in a positive way. Just isn't, right? So that's very difficult to find an individual that's in that situation that wants to improve. My daughter's one of them, right? Then you have the ones that work a job or a business whereby they make great money for what they do, right? But they are trading hours for dollars, meaning the more they work, the more they make, but they also are never home. They go through marriage after marriage after marriage, never seeing their kids. They spend 100% of what they earn, and then the corporation kicks them out on the street with little or no pension, and they die broke and gave up everything along the way, a good life, good marriage, relationship with their kids, everything, and they're left with nothing. They didn't build anything. They never owned their income. Remember, don't make this business, don't make the reason why you do this business the very reason why you don't. You got to keep the end in mind. And unless you're building a network for passive income, an agency, and you're leading from the front, and you're building a business that has residual-based income, you have linear income. And you're never going to get ahead that way. You've got to own your income, and you've got to be building something that spits off residual and passive income. Watch my 3 videos again, like I said, on the three incomes. There's one video for each income: commissions, high upfront commissions, passive, and residual. Watch those videos. I'll try to put them up here, right? That we make in life insurance, and understand that you're building something so that 3 to 5 years later, you have an income that you own that cannot be taken away from you. That is priceless. Don't put your faith in somebody else or some company or some boss. Look, I even make my hair stands up if I have any hair left. My hair stands up on the back of my back and on my head and my top of my head when I even talk about a boss. I don't even want to know how to spell a boss, right? Same goes with a job. You have no control over that situation. And at a very young age, I despised going up and asking somebody, hey, boss. I wouldn't even call him my boss. Hey, Jim, or hey, Mr. So-and-so, can I go home because my kid is sick? Or I'm not feeling well, or my wife's not feeling well, and I need to be home. I don't want to ask somebody if I can go home. All my life, if my granddaughter were to call me up, or my kids were to call me up and say, hey, Dad, Granddad, Papa, whatever it is, Can you pick me up at school? I don't care if it was 11 o'clock in the morning. I grabbed my keys, walked out of the office, and never thought twice about it. Why? Because I am in a business where I can design my family, my life around my business, not my business around my life. Big difference, right? I have control, and that's something I would look. I don't care who you sign up with. Well, I do care who you sign up with, but because I want to make sure you sign with somebody who's going to give you a fair shot in this business, right? Not all opportunities in the insurance business are equal. So reach out to me and make sure you get that document I'm going to talk about at the end of the video. But if you don't own your income, you're only renting it, you're fixing to get killed, right? If you fall back into your comfort zone, which we all do, we all have, right? And never stop to build something for yourself rather than build your boss's lifestyle. Look, remember, the reason why your boss has that lifestyle is because of your sacrifice. Understand that, right? That's why he has 3 or 4 different car dealerships or 3 or 4 different restaurants, because he has employees that go in there and give up their lives so he can jet around with his family and build and have the lifestyle that he has. Right? So, I mean, you want to be in that position. Even if you don't want to have businesses or employees, you certainly want to have a business where what you do today pays you tomorrow, right? For those of you that are looking to change your life financially and forever own your income rather than rent, considering joining our Agent Success Academy. It's free. It's special training, free videos, free handouts on your email, and I'm going to do some special things for you going over the next couple of months. The description to that is the link for that to join that is in the description. So grab that today. And like I said before, I have a 1-page handout for you today that's free if you stay to the video to the end. That's the key. If you didn't stay to the video to the end of the video, I'm going to know about it. Because that hurts the analytics. And it's all about the analytics on YouTube. If you stay to the end, it's the top 10 things. I call it my 10 commandments for defining the best IMO, right? The 10 things that you must check before signing with an IMO or an agency. You just check each box. It gives you the questions to ask that recruiter or whoever is interviewing you. And when you hear that dead silence, when you ask them do I have to recruit in order to get promoted to 100 to 110% to the maximum comp plan? Do I have to recruit in order to do that? And they had that silence, and they go, and you're in the wrong place, right? Or if you say, hey, why don't you send me over to promotion guidelines, and all of a sudden they start showing this kind of stuff here, right? They draw a circle, right? And then they draw another circle, then they draw another circle, and then you go out there and you get 15 people that do this much a month, 50,000 a month, and then you too can get advanced to beyond the 80%. You're in an MLM, network marketing type IMO, and you ought to run. Because you and I can't control what people do and not do. You want to be promoted based on your own efforts. Nothing wrong building an agency, but that's plan number 2. Plan number 1 is we make money by selling insurance. And if I bring you enough business to get promoted to the 100% contract rate, then I want to be paid for the value that I bring to your IMO, regardless of whether I recruit or don't recruit. Get off that bandwagon real quick, right? But again, check each box, ask each question to whomever you're talking about. With these questions, you can flush them out and see if they are simply a recruiter trying to make a buck off you, or they're experienced agents with proven track records and a proven success system with other agents that have joined them that you can plug into, or are they simply trying to recruit you so they get a contract rate promotion so they can make more money? Look, I don't blame them. They've made a bad choice. They're in a place where that their IMO caps their income so they can push more money up to the upline, and they didn't vet out this IMO before they signed. Now they're stuck, right? And they're told that you can come in at 60, you can go to 80, but then you're capped until you build this team, right? And so they're kind of forced. I don't blame them, but they got sold on something, or they didn't read the fine print. You got to look at the promotion guidelines, find out exactly what's required to get promoted to 100 to 110%, right? But look, That is the norm with so many of these kind of recruiters out there, so you got to be careful. Again, no disrespect to anybody, because most people don't know how to ask those questions or don't know what questions to ask, and that's the purpose of that document. You can use that checklist to make sure that you're with the right company, or you can use it to ask all the right questions before joining any company. It's free. Just I'm going to put the link in the description below, or you can text me as well. My number's in the description. Or it's 530-320-8742, and I'll send you the download link. Look, that's it. Have a great night. Look out for video number 2 on residual income coming up in the next couple of days. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure you mash that bell right down there, because that's the bell that will give you the instant notifications the next time I go live. Bye-bye now. Appreciate it, all you. Don't forget to join the Agent Success Academy. Have a great day. Bye now.